Hey guys, Witty here, bringing you another Starcraft 2 beta gameplay commentary. This time it's a custom game, 1v1, on the map Blistering Sands, version 3. I'm playing Protoss, and my enemy is Senko, and he's playing Terran. He's 13th in the Platinum ladder, but that won't really show in this game. He's a nice guy, but things don't go too well for him. Actually, just make a comment on that. I do like to read your comments, so just give me a comment about whether I should sort of give things away like that, because basically I'm just going to go and flat out say that he just loses at this point. He doesn't win the game, and I can't help but feel that that pretty much spoils it, but I've got to somehow commentate on this without telling you or giving you too many clues as to which player gets the win. So that's going to be a bit frustrating, but I'd like to know what you think on that. Anyway, this is a bit of a noob game, and I make so many mistakes in this because I'm a noob. So there you go. Anyway, it is a worthwhile game because of one thing that really happens, and that's just mass Protoss air. You'll see that towards the later part of the game. But he's Terran, and I feel like I'm going to try and get away with an early expansion, to be quite frank. That's what I want to do this game, but I'm just checking. That's why I've held back a bit. I've gone massing up on the chrono base. I'm going to get resources and minerals. I've seen a refinery. He's got a barracks coming. I pretty much know in my head that he wants to go marauders. So air would be a very good point to try and get air. I mean, to get mass air versus marauders before he gets to you is not that easy, but luckily I get away with it because I'm not put under so much pressure in this game. Anyway, at least I think he's going marauders, but he doesn't. Not straight away. He goes reapers actually. But nevertheless, marauders and reapers both require Thespian gas and a fair bit of it, so that's why he gets it fairly early. Here all I'm doing is just slowing him down really. I was harassing the actual SCV that was building that barracks. So that way I was doing enough damage to it that he actually had to pull it back so the barracks didn't get finished in time. That could have been finished at least like an extra 5 to 10 seconds earlier, so whoa, I just bought myself an extra 5 to 10 seconds for my Nexus to get 5 to 10 seconds more built. Yes, that wins the game. Not quite, but every little helps. As you can see, what I plan to do here is just kite that SCV around. So there you go. I've built a cellar just in case he decides to rush with anything, but I don't think he is going to. As you can see, I'm being very sneaky with this early Nexus. Usually you can get away with it, really, versus a Terran play, because they do like to bunker themselves up and protect themselves. He's gone for 2 barracks here, so he wants to mass something. But it doesn't really show in this game, not from my point of view. Anyway, since I want to go air, I want to get 2 assimilators relatively quickly, as long as once I got the Nexus down. Also want to aim to get stalkers, a mix of zealots and stalkers, so I can feel quite comfortable fighting him. What I'm going to do here is, I don't know if it shows just yet, but if someone is following you around with his SCV like this, and he's probably not paying much attention to it, he's probably too busy macroing his base. So if you're Protoss, you get a shield, 20 shield and 20 hit points. Now the SCV's got 60 hit points in total, so he would beat you in a one-on-one fight. But what you do here is, you can see, is I fight him a bit, do some damage, and then wait till that shield drops down and then start running away again. I was actually doing that bit before, but I didn't actually quite cover it, but you could see that after a while that wasn't going to work for him, so he just pulled it away. So if you can be asked to do something like that, then knock yourself out, because the Protoss shield regenerates quite quickly. As we can see, I'm using Chrono Boost and both of my Nexuses to try and pump away more probes, so I can get as many minerals as possible, because I'm going to need a lot if I want to get big old mothership and mass Protoss air. Mothership's been nerfed into quite a lot of oblivion. Actually, I'm going to apologise for this, because I've just realised that I actually didn't use any of the mothership abilities. I could have, but I didn't feel that I even need to, because it was that easy. But I should have done, since I'm doing this from a replay point of view. So I do apologise for that. Maybe you'll get to see that at some point. Maybe you've already seen it. Oh well. As you can see, I've got 26 probes. He's only got 20 SCV, so I'm way ahead of him. when it comes to economy. He's mashing up Reapers here. Now what he should have done is he should have just basically attacked straight away with them. You might have seen a game that I uploaded earlier, like a couple of days ago, where as soon as I even got one Reaper I sent it into my enemy's base. Started attacking, mate, most of them, straight away. As you can see, I've just spotted that. It's unfortunate. I've now got to run all the way back. But I'm not sure what he does here. This is where he makes mistakes. I mean, I've made lots of mistakes, but he's made mistakes himself. He could have gone in there. Up there, he could have gone here and up here, because with Reapers, you don't actually need to see the ground above you. You don't need to have scouted it in order to sort of like jetpack up. But with Stalkers, you have to have an air unit above the ground unit, the cliff top basically, in order to blink up onto the cliff. Otherwise it won't let you get away with it. So there's a little fact for you there. I don't know whether he was aware of that or not. Maybe he thought he couldn't. Maybe he thought he had to destroy the destructible rocks first, but either way, that was a big mess up in his part, because he could have done some serious damage to my economy. The longer he's leaving me, the more I'm getting away. As you can see, a carrier is going to be built. And yeah, mistakes on my part, I'll just let you know. Energy. High energy on both the Nexuses. You must always use that chrono boost as much as you can. Never let it get to 100, because it's just wasted. Here I get a bit lucky, cut him off there. That just stops another harass. I don't really know what he was thinking this game, to be honest. Maybe he was just trying things out, so it wasn't really a proper 1v1. After all, it is only a custom game, this one. So I assume that's pretty much what he was doing, not taking it quite so seriously as he normally would be. Nevertheless, this isn't one of those... Oh, he did actually manage to sneak in there. Sorry I didn't show that, but he had Reapers up in my main base. I tried to close in the gap, but as you can see, that jetpack is very useful. But I know he's going to want to come back down, so here I bring my probes just to block him in, and that finishes him off there. That's enough damage to the Reapers to make him run now permanently. I did lose a lot of economy there by doing that, but it doesn't really matter too much, because I'm pretty confident he hasn't got an expansion, and I know I'm so ahead in economy that I can afford to basically sacrifice a lot of a mineral uptake and Thespian gas uptake there.